I've been blessed to live my dreams more than half my life, so I want to make sure I give back to uplift others so they can live their dreams. Mariah Carey encourages others to chase their dreams, and one of the most important aspects of chasing your dream you'll find is making sure that you build trust in yourself. There's going to be a difficult path ahead of you, and if you don't have the faith in your abilities to rise to that challenge, then it is going to be somewhere along the way that you're going to procrastinate, that you're going to start to doubt yourself, and you're going to wonder if it's even worth it, if it's even possible, or how likely it's going to be for you. And you want to build that trust in yourself because that is the only way that you're going to be able to look in the mirror and say, you know what, it may not be easy, it may not even be likely, but it is possible. And I'm willing to bet on myself. I'm willing to take the next step. Let's see where this ends up at. I'm going to give myself a year, 2, 3, a few months if that's all you have, but I'm going to give myself my all. I'm going to commit myself. I'm going to allow myself to learn and make adjustments as I go along. When Mariah Carey talks about building trust in herself, she says she can't think of anyone that knows any more about her and what's right for her than her. And that's true for each of us. When you think, is this something that I want to do? You automatically have that answer. You have that gut feeling inside of you that you know whether this is a good idea or a bad idea, whether you're really excited to do it or whether you're just kind of maybe saying, I don't want to say no, I don't want to hurt someone's feelings, so let me go ahead and help them along the way. There's going to be somewhere inside of you where you at each moment are going to be able to say, this means a lot to me, or I'm just doing this because it's practical. It makes sense. It's a reasonable expectation to have of myself. But Mariah reminds you that you have to trust yourself and you have to know that only you knows what truly is right for you, not to allow other people to tell you. Now, other people may remind you of something that you have said or something you have expressed. Well, then now they're just reminding you. Maybe you're caught in a moment and you're stressing out and you're kind of in that fight or flight mode, and now you don't really, and now you're not really allowing yourself to think clearly. And in that case, that person has a good understanding of you because they are reminding you of what you've already said. But if you're just trying to be a people pleaser, if you are looking for other people to give you a pat on the back or tell you that what you're doing is a good idea, well, they don't know you well enough. All they know is themselves. They are reflecting how that decision impacts their life, how they would feel in your situation, which is fine. They're doing their best, they mean well, but understand that that's not necessarily reflective of how you feel in that same situation. Maybe you're looking for someone to confirm it, but you really already know it's what you want to do. And it's important that you trust in yourself and allow yourself to go for it. That leads us very well into number 2, where Mariah Carey tells us, do not allow someone to discourage you. That if someone is going to poke holes in your idea, that they're going to doubt you and they're going to put that doubt and fear inside of you, that you cannot allow that to cause you to change the course that you're going to take. It is not clear necessarily the path of how you're going to get there, but it doesn't mean that there isn't a path. It just means the path is not clear. When you allow people to discourage you, they're often talking you out of something that you know was put on your heart, something that you know is very important that you need to accomplish in your life. And sometimes the fears and the doubts that we have, they're not even from a conversation in that particular day. It could be something that someone said to you in school like 5 years ago. It could be something that your parents or your sibling or a friend or someone has said in your childhood, or it could be decades ago. And still, you do not want to allow what someone says to discourage you. You want to be able to say, you know what, I went for it. I made some mistakes. I made some adjustments. I gained a lot of wisdom and insights from my experiences. And I know that the next best step for me is no longer what I originally said was the best idea. And that's okay. Just because you thought it was a good idea 5 years ago, but now you've experienced a lot and you've learned along the way, and then you make adjustments. That's just called being human. Oftentimes it becomes difficult where we're like, you know what? This is going to make me look bad, or they're going to doubt me, or it's going to prove the wrong people right, or however the doubt is circulating and is talking to you. You don't want to do anything that will put you in a position where it's not going to help you accomplish your goal. You want to make sure that you are taking positive steps in the right direction, being true to yourself as you are chasing happiness by rising to the challenge. And so you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with with not like yes people, but people who are going to encourage continued dialogue and growth. Where you say, I want to do this, and they say, well, I think that it would be better to do this because of ABC. That's where the growth is at. You don't want someone just to say, well, that's a dumb idea. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you would like to add? You want to make sure that the person is able to encourage you and give you some insights as well. That's really what the value of a mastermind is. I remember in the book Little Bets, it talks about an improv technique where anytime that you tell someone something that they need to change or improve, that you always will say, hey, I really like, and then you name something you like about what they did, and then immediately after that you say, and. You say, so I really like your idea with this, and we should add this, or and we should take this out. Where now it's helping someone, you're not discouraging them, you've encouraged them. You've already said, I like what you did, and you've named 1, 2, 3 things that you like, and now you're offering constructive dialogue to help them to build upon their idea. You don't want someone deconstructing your idea where they're not building anything, they're just tearing down. And you want to make sure that that is the quickest way for us to lose trust and faith in ourselves. And then you may not notice it immediately, but you're actually putting it in someone else. And that's the worst place for you to derive your value of yourself. Number 3 is you have to cut back on the self-sabotage. There are going to be things that you're doing that makes you feel good, but you know that it is hindering your ability to create your dream life, to accomplish the goals, to create those $1,000,000 opportunities that you are looking to make in your life. Mariah Carey talks about how she was smoking and how it ended up causing some damage to her vocal cords. And she said that she promised God that if he helped her get past this, if he restored her ability to sing, that she would never smoke again. And then she said that when she stopped smoking, that it slowly started happening where she was able to regain her ability to sing. And she said she hadn't really smoked since then. And so it's very important to understand that we all have these different habits and these different things that we do that may make us feel good. You know, like for example, I love eating like ice cream or different candies and donuts and Skittles. I mean, if it's sweet, if you name it, it helps me to feel good. Like if I'm having a rough day, if I can find some dessert, I feel really good when that happens. But I also know that that is going against some of my other goals where I'm trying to be more healthy. I'm trying to exercise more. I'm trying to get my beach body ready, if you know what I mean. So I want to make sure that I understand that some of these self-destructive habits, they're going to hinder my ability to accomplish some of my goals. And you don't want to be put in a position where you're like Mariah, where you're praying like, please just give me another chance. I won't make that mistake again. I took it for granted, the opportunity that I had. Understand that each opportunity is special. And you want to make sure that you position yourself where you can succeed and excel. And if you're capitalizing on your opportunity, surely you don't want to hinder your ability to scale that into something massive and something large and something impactful. Be understanding of yourself, but stop the self-sabotage. Anything that is not bringing you closer to your goal is taking you away from it. There really is that simple. Let's remove the gray on that. Each thing that you do, whether it's watching TV, it's the food you eat, or who you hang out with, ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to my goal, or is it pushing me further away from it? And then start making decisions on how you're going to help yourself get closer to your goal. There are going to be some sacrifices that you feel are minimal, where you're like, you know what, yes, it's not bringing me closer to my goal, but no, it's not causing too adverse of an effect. And I understand we're human. I'm not telling you to not enjoy anything in life, but what I will say is you do want to weigh it. You don't want to be going through life with these habits where you're not really thinking about it until it's too late, until you find yourself losing your voice and your dream is gone because of some habit that helps you relax, but is not actually helping you in any other way. There are many ways to relax that do not hinder your ability to sing, as Mariah learned and as she has grown into. You want to make sure the same thing for you. There are many ways to relax that don't involve different decisions that are toxic and not helping you. There are people you can hang out with that are not going to have a negative result and impacting your life because they're always doubting, they're always saying negative things, or just their overall energy is really down and it really negatively impacts you. You want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success by putting as many things in your life that will make it as easy for you to accomplish your goals as possible. Number 4 is you want to make sure that you look deep inside yourself. Look for your inner strength and tell yourself, you know what, I'm proud that I did this. I think that the result is fine, right? We're going for the result ultimately, but it really becomes the effort and the action. If you take enough consistent action, the opportunity is going to show up. But you have to take the consistent action. And the best way for you to get yourself to keep taking action is to constantly be rewarding yourself, giving yourself that positive encouragement. Hey, you know what? You got up today, you did your best. I'm proud of you. You pushed snooze only once. Great job. You offered to help someone here. You whatever you did, you smoked one less cigarette or you did one less puff. You didn't finish the bottle of alcohol. Whatever the goal was that you set for yourself, even though you may not have accomplished all of it, you want to make sure that you celebrate those little steps because it is going to build that momentum that is going to help you on accomplishing that change that you're looking to make in your life. And these small steps, as you build and as you show yourself, hey, look, I can do this. I'm doing okay. Hey, I'm proud of you, Dre. Good job today. Then you're going to be building your trust in yourself. Part of the reason that you don't have trust in yourself is because you're often telling yourself how bad you're doing or how you're always failing and how you're always messing up or something like that. Well, I wouldn't trust someone who was described that way either. But when you tell yourself, hey, great job, I'm proud of what you did. Today was better than yesterday and tomorrow's going to be better than today. Well, I feel pretty good about that. Okay, that's someone moving in the right direction. I'd like to partner with that person. That's how you want to have your mind look at you, where you're building this trust because you are celebrating each of these small wins, and it's going to position you in an ability where now you have the momentum and the winds blowing behind you, where it becomes easier, where you remember some of the things that you have done and the successes that you have had. And if you find it difficult in certain moments, there's two things that I often find that are kind of fun to do. One is if you like writing, have a success journal. Write down your successful stories and then flip the book open whenever you find yourself having a low moment and remind yourself, hey, this is all that we're doing an excellent job. Two is if you're technologically savvy, make a video of yourself. Take a video in one of your most excited moments of the day when you just got that sale, you just got that yes, you just did that run and you just ate that healthy meal, and then video yourself how excited you are, talking about how it felt in that moment. And then watch that video when you're having a downtime where it's like, look, this is you, Dre. Like, I know that you're not having a good time right now because that's why you're watching the video, but know it's worth it. We did this, and this, and we felt really good. And the momentum that we built, just remind yourself of that video. Fall back into that moment. And then you're going to be like, you know what? I can do this. You're going to dust yourself off. You're going to pick yourself up. And number 5, we end where we start. Mariah says half of her life has been the life of her dreams, and she knows that it is important for her to allow other people to live that same life. So she is going to devote her time mentoring, helping other people so that they can each live their dreams, so they can chase their dreams. And that is going to be twofold. One is if Mariah Carey is telling you that you can do it, you're like, well, she's pretty successful. So, I mean, if she's betting on me, then I must be doing something good. But it also has a positive effect on her. When you're mentoring, when you're teaching, when you're helping other people, it is going to positively impact you because these people are going to say thank you. They're going to talk about how great you are, how blessed they are to have you in their life, how grateful they are for your insights, for your experience. And what is all that going to do? It's going to increase the trust that you have in yourself. I mean, who wouldn't? Listen to all these great things people are saying about you, how many people you've helped through your mentorships and different things like that. Who wouldn't trust someone like that? Everybody seems to think so highly of them, and that's going to be you. You want to be able to look at yourself and say, yes, these people I've positively impacted each of their lives, and it is a representation of my value, my worth. Not my only value, but it is a part of my value. That I am able to help these people and these people appreciate me and that I have value and that I have helped them in a massive way. And so it's very important that you make sure that you're paying it forward. Whenever you achieve something, understand your wisdom and your experiences is just what someone a few steps behind you needs for them to keep going. And you want to be that blessing in other people's lives. And I'm always thankful for our time together. I do have a free resource for you. You can go to forecasthope.com/opportunity, or you can look down in the show notes. And in it, you'll be able to download my Lifetime Millionaire Success Blueprint. In it, it will tell you exactly step by step by age what you will need to do to create or capitalize on your next $1 million opportunity. Until next time, I'm Dre. I'm always thankful for our time together. If you enjoyed this video, I only ask you to subscribe. If you enjoyed listening, I only ask for you to subscribe. Until next time, continue blessings on your journey to become the champion of your dream life. And as always, better self, better wealth.